Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now, before we get started for today's giveaway, unfortunately we didn't reach the like goal on my previous video, so we're gonna go ahead and step it up just a little bit. And I'm gonna actually reduce the like count because I don't know, maybe that's why. So for this giveaway, we are going to be giving away a huge pet. We are going to reach 150 likes. And that one seems a little bit more realistic on this, so watch this video through and make sure you leave a comment with your username next to it. Otherwise, I won't know who to send it to, aka trade, because trading is a lot more cheaper now because the mailbox is really expensive for me. So make sure you guys pay attention to the comments and video uploads because you might win the next giveaway. So for today's video, we're not going to go ahead and criticize what happened during the update day yesterday. What we are going to talk about is the recent quote-unquote buff and nerf on the treasure hideout area. Now, you can get these keys in the last area by breaking breakables. You'll get key tops and you'll get key bottoms. Now, it's a lot more efficient to do it this way. If it's a lot more harder for players to actually get these keys, you can actually buy it in the trade hub for about 8 million gems. It's nothing too crazy. So, you actually get one of these. And when you do, you're able to go to the area that you can go ahead and unlock, which is over here. And this happens every 6 hours. So I'm unfortunately able to do it right now. I gotta wait an extra 3 hours for this. But I was hearing a lot of players have a lot of luck in this area. So when you get your key, you're able to come into this section here. Every 3,000 breakables that you end up reaching, you'll get a 2 times event where it'll drop 2 times the loot. Now, I basically tested this out 3 times, or 2 times actually. So this was yesterday around 6 p.m. and I'm assuming this was after the nerf that they did. If you didn't know, some people were actually getting up to 8 huges from this, just from one singular event. So everybody, of course, were selling these keys for almost 20 million a piece. Now, they kind of updated it to where you're not able to get any huges like that anymore, so I still wanted to test this out. So it lasts about 30 minutes, and, you know, I'll be quite honest, it is a little hectic when you're looking at the screen because I didn't realize I sped this up 50 times, so it looks like they're doing a lot of work. So I would really recommend, if you do plan on coming in here, to have a big team. Honestly, right now, where I'm at currently with my own team, it still took a while to break things for some reason, and this was using the very best stat pet as a shiny. So I realized the very first round of this, I didn't really get anything, and this was yesterday when I did buy a key for around 20 million gems. So we're gonna go ahead and do this again, and I'm gonna be quite real, this is my second time doing it. Now, I ended up spending 8 million on this key. I'm going through different types of books and just to kind of get a feel for what is going to help me better in here, because I found that either using lightning, fireworks, or any type of tap books actually did help out a lot. If you're tapping on the breakables, it does speed up the process by a lot. So if you're in here, I would really, really recommend you do not AFK this area as much as possible. Now, I did AFK the area at the very last minute, like, just because it's like, okay, I'm not going to get the very last 2 times breakable event, so that's what I normally do. So if you could sit here for like the 30 minutes, watch a show, just auto-click it, do whatever it is you need to do, but at least be able to break the breakables to make it a lot more quicker that way, and hopefully you have a better chance of getting a huge pet. Now, this time around, I didn't realize that I actually got the huge. I didn't know I actually got the huge. So eventually I accidentally unequipped one of my huge pets, and when I had done that, I opened up my inventory and there it is. I'm staring at it. It's 6 in the morning. I can't scream. I can't yell. So it just spawned there. I didn't even see it. I tried to go back to the footage to see where it dropped as a loot item, but I don't see it at all. So I don't know what happened. But again, this is totally optional. This is an event that is completely optional. It is discretional. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the positives, and I'm going to talk about the downsides of doing this. But look at how cute he is. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. I love him. I didn't have to spend my life savings on it, but he is adorable. I love it. This is a big W for me because I didn't have to spend millions and millions and millions, like literal millions. I only had to maybe spend 30 million on it because of the keys. So I'm really happy about that. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about the downside of this. Because of the game having a bit of a issue with connection, stuff like that, there's a lot of people out there who are getting disconnected while they're inside of this area. Meaning, if you use a key and you're playing the game, you might get disconnected. Meaning you're not going to get your key back. You're not going to get compensated for that time loss. So make sure when you do log into the game, then you basically do choose to do this, make sure at some point you leave the game and reconnect into the game so you have a fresh slate. That's what I like to do because sometimes I do disconnect because of a server error, whether that's on Roblox side or Big Games' side or both at the same time. Connection issues do exist because of the server overload. Now, this is where people are going to ask, is it worth using treasure hideout keys or is it worth selling? Now, it's kind of hard for me to say if this is worth selling or worth using. You do need to use these regardless because of the clan battles anyways. So at some point it's going to ask you to use like 20 or 100. So you're going to have to use them, especially if you are in a clan. If you're not in a clan, then it's totally up to you. Obviously right now, it's really hard to say if you have a very small team with very small pets and they're not doing as much damage as you want them to, go ahead and sell them because it does take a lot of damage to break a lot of things over time in this area, which is really recommended. So even with my own team, it was still pretty hard to actually break things at a normal speed rate. Felt slow, it felt a little sluggish, but the results of all of this was completely worth it. So if you have a small team and if you're still fairly new to the game, just sell the key, benefit from just selling the parts, the keys itself, and you can get huge pets that way or even exclusives that way. But if you're like me, where you just want to go ahead and break things and see what happens, then go ahead and use them. So in this video, I will be giving away 2 keys to 2 people. Now, because of the mailbox being so expensive for me to send things, it's literally like a 500,000 gem fee for me to send things. So I will hopefully try to pick 2 people out where we're all online at the same time, or I'm just going to have to eat the fee. So make sure you guys leave your usernames down below. This is not only for the giveaway for this video, but this is also going to be another giveaway within this video, which makes no sense, right? So make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave your Roblox username and a comment, and I will be picking 3 winners. 1 for the huge pet, 2 for the keys, and you can let me know down below whether or not you think this is broken, or if you think that it is completely fair and justified based on the breakables and the huge pets or exclusives, loadouts, potions, everything. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!